I'd like to go ahead and call to order our monthly meeting for the Richland County Recreation Commission for March 17th, 2025. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
Make a motion to adopt the agenda.
There's,
Second.
okay,
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes,
Commissioner Mobley.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, so next is to go ahead and approve the minutes from the February 24th, 2025 board meeting.
make a motion to approve the agenda, the minutes for February 24th, 2025 board meeting.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes,
Commissioner Mobley.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, public input tonight. How are we doing on that?
We have one for public input tonight. We ask that when your name is called, please come to the podium. You will be given 2 minutes to speak, and there will be a timer to notify you that your time has ended. We have Mr. Brian Willis.
And I am here this evening to talk about Trump Park. I've got a list of things here. I'm gonna try to get them at 2 minutes. Once the bell goes off, I'll stop. I'll email Ashley the remainder of all this. Real quick, conditions at Trump Park are in bad shape. I don't know if y'all been over there lately, but the driveway going into the park area off of Covenant and Bethel Church has got potholes that you wouldn't believe. You're gonna tear the car driving through there. It's pretty bad. I grew up in that park. I played baseball there in the 70s, played on those fields, and they are just in bad shape. We have no, sump pumps that are operable. If they're operable, there's any out there, they're not working. They're not draining the fields at all. The conditions of both press boxes out there are in bad shape. The canteen, we're not allowed to use the canteen anymore because we had, or somebody shut it down. But now we're having to have an outside food truck come in to feed whatever the attendees that show up for baseball games and we're having throughout the baseball season. The bathrooms, we got a porta potty for a bathroom, guys. I don't know, it's not necessarily the nicest thing to go into, especially on a hot summer day. And the bathrooms never unlocked at the main building. We actually installed a lock there to help do that, but when the folks at the park forget to unlock it, makes it really hard for our elderly folks that come to see their grandchildren play baseball. The porta john just isn't working. It's just that simple. The swimming pool area, the fence lines are atrocious. I've taken pictures of the fence line around the exterior of the park itself. And it is, it's not, they're falling apart. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Behind the pool, you've got dilapidated wood that is falling off the back of the pool. And the housing where they house all the mechanics, I guess, there's nails all through there. People are gonna fall and get hurt. We need to upkeep.
You can keep comforting them.
keep
Yeah.
going.
I'm looking for some upkeep, just some general maintenance. It's my understanding in y'all's budget, the park was budgeted for some improvements. Well, they haven't happened. And as somebody that's been going in and out of that park, I'm 60 years old. It's pretty bad. The gym hadn't been updated either, although I didn't get pictures inside the gym, but the tennis courts, we actually have commissioners, y'all may have received a phone call. I know that the US Tennis Association has reached out to the commission here about grant money to fix some of the tennis courts. Nobody from this commission has contacted them. I can provide you with the contact information with that, but they have not returned a voicemail that has been left for y'all. That's free money, guys, to update the park, at least the tennis court. I'm not gonna I've got more, but I don't want to take up any more of your time because I know y'all got an important agenda this evening. But I do wish that you take this into consideration, especially come funding time.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I can assure you that we've had several meetings over the last 60 days related to USTA, the grant, us going after a PARD grant with being signed off on by local delegation. So, we know the pool, tennis courts and baseball, canteen, restrooms are all on our list, and we're trying to prioritize it. We've actually met with the city of Forest Acres about the driveway issues as well. So I know that it is at the top of our list for that park. We just are completing Hopkins Park right now. And I know that this is slated to become a major priority for our group. And if Taurus, you want to say anything else about that, or if I misspoke, please let me know.
No, sir, you're correct. We have several meetings over there with delegation member, Forest Acres, council, mayor, collectively to figure out a course of renovations for Turner Park. To correct you, we have that with USTA on several times, but Ms. Cheryl and her staff, Pamela Banks. We have not received any grant funding that we applied for with them. So they misled you on that part, but we do understand there's a priority issue to do some renovations at Trenton Park. We're doing our budget process now. We are including in our budget to get the parking lot redone. To look at, we got prices for the canteen and the press box, which I have submitted that stuff to Representative Beth Bernstein to solicit some state funding, as well as Representative Health Bauer as well. So Trenton Park isn't intentionally being neglected. We do understand that there's a priority to not only make renovation at Trenton Park, but several other parks. So we are only allocated so much money through the budget, and we are trying our best to disperse the money countywide at all our facilities. But since you're specifically talking about Trenton Park, I would gladly meet you out there when you get in touch with Ms. Ashley, along with my deputy director here, Mr. Cooper, and our superintendent, Ms. Hanley. We could walk through with you, and you could show us some of the things that are in dire need as of right now. And if there's some funding available, we could try to address some of those issues right now. Otherwise, we would have to try to best to wait to July until we're funded by council to make some repairs. One thing I will ask of you, whomever your representative over there, I believe in Mr. Councilman Don Weaver, if you could have a conversation with him, and when it's time to do our budget, to ask them to approve our budget to the fullest so we could do some of the things that we need to do. No, we've met with them several times on several projects. We have not received no funding from them. For Trump Park, yes. So we applied for grants, federal grants, but as you know now, a lot of federal grants have been placed on hold.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for coming too. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we move on to financial report, Ryan.
Chair Levine, members of the commission board. I'd like to begin tonight by providing you with an update of the general and enterprise fund financials for the period July 1, 2024 through February 28, 2025. Total revenues for the general fund for the 8-month period were $22.8 million. This comprised of a $5.1 million direct allocation from the state for a planned facility purchase related to the Richland County Wellness Center. The remaining $17.7 million is derived from administrative and program operating revenues. This figure compared to $14.9 million revenues this time last year represents an increase of approximately $2.8 million to operating revenues, or 18.5%. The bulk of this increase comes from the county's property tax allocation. Our total allocation did increase from last fiscal year. In addition, the timing that those tax payments flow to the county can vary from year to year. Grant revenues were up from last year as we received funding for the Hopkins Pool and Playground projects in the first half of the fiscal year. Additionally, program revenues have increased from this time last year. Program revenues for the 8-month period were $739,000 compared to $537,000 this time last year. Represents approximately $201,000 increase, or 37.4%. Athletics and recreation program revenue, as well as well as youth camp revenue were the largest driver for this increase as volume was up from the prior year. General fund expenditures for this period were 13.1 million compared to 19.7 this time last year. Represents approximately 35.8% increase or 3.5 million. The biggest driver for this increase would be salaries and fringe for a few reasons. We did have longevity payouts at the beginning of the fiscal year. We also had a COLA that went into effect back in January. And we had increased seasonal hires to meet volume increases. Additionally, there were some vacancies at the beginning of last fiscal year that were filled at the beginning of this fiscal year. Capital improvement, we had some front-loaded budgeted capital projects. Hopkins Pool and pool building projects are chief among those. Additionally, we had final payments related to the parking lot projects at Kaufman Road and Meadow Lake Park. For Linrick, revenues for the current period were approximately 692,000 compared to 707,000 this time last year. Represents approximately $16,000 decrease. Largest driver for this decrease was green fees. And this was likely due to extreme weather conditions that occurred in recent periods. Our total enterprise fund expenditures related to Linrick were 671,000 compared to 733,000 this time last year. Represents approximately 8.5% decrease or $62,000. Capital outlay was the largest driver for the decrease as we had purchased a Fairway motor in the first half of fiscal year 24. For the Wellness Center, Wellness Center revenues for the current period were 980,000 through February 28th. This did include $888,000 of one-time funds received from the state. This was from the reduction of the purchase price. We received funding due to RCWC at closing in the amount of $63,000. The remaining funding came from patrons and memberships. Wellness Center expenditures for the period were $172,000 through February 28th. The bulk of these expenses were comprised of capital improvement projects completed shortly after RC took ownership, chiefly the pool renovation. Are there any questions? Thank you.
All right, we don't have unfinished business. So the next point to talk about would be new business, which would be in our packet of policy 8010.
Good afternoon, board. In your package, you will have the description of fees that the agency, myself and my leadership, proposing for you all to review for this month. We will ask that you table it, give you all enough time to review it for the month. And next month, we would like for you to vote action on it. As you all know, things are going up. Inflation is going up. Equipment, referees, paint for the fields, everything is going up. It's costing us. My staff has did a great job of cost analysis to ensure that at our current rate, we're going to be in trouble trying to maintain the agency from an operational standpoint if we don't increase some of our fees significantly a little bit. On the one side, you'll see what the current fees are, and on the other side, you'll see proposed or what we're proposing for some of the fees to be. Some of them would range between $15 up to maybe $50 or $60 for some of our athletic leagues and some of our fees. As I stated earlier, we're not asking you all to, vote on this tonight. It'll be for your review. And next month, we will bring it back for your action to hopefully that you'll vote on it to allow us to increase some of these fees to be able to maintain our ball fields, some of our leagues and some of the other things that we need to be functional, at RCRC. So if you have any, one thing in particular I do want to address with you are for the last 4 years, maybe 5 years, swimming has been free. Moving forward for this year, we're going to have to go back to charging a small minimum fee for swimming. We will have some days at the facilities where we will allow community free swim days throughout the summer. But as you all know, swimming pools are not cheap to maintain. We'll never make enough money to see a profit, but we do have to make some money to offset the cost of employees, part-time staff, ensuring that we could pay a reasonable hourly rate to maintain lifeguards. That's the most important thing at swimming pools. So there will be an increase in, we'll start back charging to get in the pools. You could do a seasonal pass, you could do a daily pass or whatever, but to ensure that we're not turning our back on some kids or community members that cannot afford to pay the daily rate or the monthly rate. We have 4 pools open. We will have free swim days throughout the week for some of those communities to allow some of the kids to still swim. But in order for us to maintain lifeguards at a high rate, Mr. BJ and his staff has did a great job of retaining lifeguards, and lifeguards are not cheap. We can't pay $10, $11 for lifeguards. It's between $14 to $17 an hour. Some of them are making more than that, depending on their qualifications. So we're just asking you all to review this at your own discretion. And next month, we'll bring this back to you again for you guys to take action on it.
So, Doris, did you say it's to be determined on the swimming rate?
Just propose for you all to look at. Now, we compared our rates to what the city of Columbia doing and other people that have public parks, public swimming pools to justify the increase. I understand during COVID, it was done to provide some relief for the community to get people outside and let them enjoy the pools, but these pools are costing us money. We still, and sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes people kind of do some things in the pool they shouldn't do, and we had to shut the pool down on numerous occasions last year, and they spent a lot of additional money to get chemicals and supplies in the pool to make sure they're operable. One of the things that we're looking at this year, on Mondays and Tuesdays, the pool will be closed for maintenance. Wednesdays through Sundays, all the pools will be open. And it's important that if we could save money in-house by allowing our aquatics manager and his lifeguards to treat these pools with chemicals and supplies, we don't have to spend as much money on pool companies to get them to do them as well. So we're trying to be, cost effective with our budget as well on that regard. So, but like I said, we'll leave it to y'all to review for the month. And next month, if you guys want to take action on it, we'll need action on it one way or the other to give you time to review these. And if you want to research and see what other people are doing, by all means, do so. If you have any questions and concerns in between, give me a call and we can sit down and we can discuss it to make sure we're all on the same page. But I just want to express to you all, I know I was just last month asking for an increase with some account or whatever, but I mean, that's just the nature we're in now. Things are getting expensive and we cannot operate effectively the way we need to operate and put out a good product if we don't look at increasing our fees a little bit. And we're hoping that increasing these fees now will last for another 4 or 5 years. And hopefully we won't have to come back to you guys no time soon asking for an increase. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to ask me.
Any questions? All right, thank you. All right, so, new business, okay, other business, your report.
Yes. Here's my report for the month. Hopkins Park Pool, DHEC came down March the 4th and did their DHEC inspection for us to open the pool. The pool house passed the inspection. However, we had 2 or 3 minor issues around the pool deck that needed to be addressed. DHEC is giving us enough time to get with the contractors to resolve these issues. I think 2 of the issues, except 1 has been resolved, should be resolved this week. We'll call DHEC back out to do a re-inspection, and we're confident that we will get the inspection passed for the pool permit. But if you haven't been down there, the pool is looking really great. The parking lot has been, we've installed curbing at the parking lot. We extended the parking lot. If you know, we took the tennis court and also made that out of parking lot as well. As you can see here, we got a new concrete installed in front of the bay door of the maintenance shop. We had some additional trees and stuff removed around the pool. The maintenance building has been repainted with new shingles, new roof, new paint. All of that stuff has been added to make sure the maintenance shop look as nice as the pool building as well. So staff has did a really good job of trying to ensure that we give a nice product when we have our re-grand opening sometime next month. Over at the Wellness Center, we had the front desk counters renovated for a more modern look. The carpet behind the desk was removed and replaced with tile. We replaced the fitness room desk as well, had that renovated as well. And we also added swing gates to the entrance to prevent unauthorized vehicles in the property at night once we're closed. We had a few issues when we were closing with cars being in the parking lot, and, you know, we're not sure what people are doing, but it's, you know, just don't look good. So when staff leave at night, we lock the gates and ensure that we don't have any trespassers on the property once we close the facility down nightly. I do have a few agency updates. At this time, I would like to recognize our foundation director, Ms. Lisa Lewis Hutcherson. She attended NRPA Director School in Cincinnati, Ohio, March the 3rd through the 7th. She represented us extremely well. She got some things she'll share with us in the next month meeting, in our leadership meeting, but we're very proud that she was accepted into director school because it's really hard to get into. It's a 2-year process, so she's got through the first year, so she'll go next year and complete her director school certification, and that is great for the agency and it's great for her as well. SCRPA Program Summit was held February the 26th through the 28th in Newberry, South Carolina. We had 6 staff members attend the summit. Ladea Wright, Adaptive Recreation Coordinator, she presented a class or a session at the programming summit. So let's give her a round of applause as well. Shauna Williams, our tennis professional, she attended a racket sports conference February 23rd to 27th in Tampa, Florida. She received the Adaptive Tennis Professional of the Year, and she also got her certification in racket sports. So let's give her a round of applause as well. All right. As you see, our staff is really taking their professional development seriously, and that's the great thing that they're doing on behalf of the agency in their professional careers. Next, we received a park grant on this past Friday. We got the funding to convert the old tennis courts at Blythewood and Denton Terrace into racquetball courts. We received pickleball, I'm sorry. Into pickleball courts. We received an amount of $133,927 to convert 10 courts over to pickleball courts. That'll be huge for the county. It'll be the first set of pickleball courts that we'll have. We'll continue to, you know, prioritize some courts that are not being used, but it's good for us to have some pickleball courts in the county. As you all know, pickleball is a huge thing now, so to have 6 courts at Blythewood and 4 courts at Denton Terrace Gym is it's a great asset for the agency and for the community. We also had to replace a fire panel over at Denton Terrace Gym. The fire marshal conducted the inspection. Mr. George and the safety department was able to meet the necessary requirements, and we were able to purchase that fire panel to ensure that we was in compliance with state fire marshal. Some agency training updates. We'll continue to do AAA defensive driving training. It was held February 26th and 27th. First aid training is still continuing March 20th. And crowd manager training for special event is being offered online for some staff, and it will be completed by April 2nd. Lastly, I want to share our athletic spring numbers. Our athletic superintendent, his staff is doing a phenomenal job with our spring. We're up 43% from the fall and 50% from last year. Our 3-on-3 basketball, we have 28 players participant. Youth flag football, we have 333 participants. Volleyball, 147 participants. Soccer, 105 participants. T-ball, 107 participants. And they brought track back for the first time in about 6 years. We have over 80, probably close to 90 now, track runners in this program. So we have a total of 802 participants for our spring leagues all throughout the county. So I think our athletic staff need a round of applause for doing such a great job. So they have assured us by the fall that these numbers will be well over 1,000, and I'm pretty sure if they put what they do, they'll make it happen. So if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Devin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
On February 27th, 80 community members enjoyed soul food, Black history, artifacts, and attire at the Black History Month celebration at Gaston Community Center. The Honorable Bernice Scott introduced the speaker for the occasion. Richland County Treasurer Kendra Dove, first African American and only the second woman to serve in this role, shared her speech. Progress ain't permanent unless it's protected. Pine Grove Community Center members attended a lunch and learn at Oak Street Health located on Fairfield Road on Thursday, February 27th. The event was informative and enjoyed by all. The group was transported to the event utilizing one of RCRC's 15 passenger buses. The Sassay seniors at Blythewood Park continue to grow. They love a bit of friendly competition and bingo. Interested in joining these ladies, contact Blythewood Park. Bingo and Coffee hosted at the Ridgewood Community Center on March 6th. The 10 participants had a good time that was filled with laughter and are looking forward to coming back every first and third Thursday for more of the same. This event is surely to increase in participation. On March 7th at the Park Lane Adult Activity Center, Founders Federal Credit Union hosted a free home buying seminar with 30 participants. The Garners Ferry Adult Activity Center hosted the St. Patrick's Day Health Fair and celebration on March 13th. Participants enjoyed games, activities, vendors, and speakers covering topics such as personal health and insurance. And from the foundation, snag your tickets to the 6th Annual Jazz Fest at www.eventbrite.com via our website. All proceeds go to benefit the Richland County Recreation Foundation. We've stacked the lineup with the performances by David Glenf and Willie Walker, and Conservative Peace with the legendary Melissa Morgan, taking the center stage as this year's headliner. Hosted by comedian Tony Tone and Vanessa Pendergrass, featuring DJ Prince Ice. Bring your lawn chairs and blankets and get ready to vibe. On Saturday, April 12th, as gates open and vendor fair begins at 4 p.m. and the live music kicks off at 6 p.m. And congratulations to Hopkins Park for this month's Park of the Month. Congratulations to Ms. Jamila Broomfield, Michael Bryant, Mr. Frankie Sumter, Kevin Branch, and Rufus Wilson. Congratulations to Gaston Park Community Center for Community Center of the Month. Special shout out to Ms. Sandra Arthurton and Mr. Delano Manning. And our upcoming events are as follows. On March 18th, we have 50 Shades of Green Dessert Bar potluck at North Springs Community Center. On the 20th, Cinnamon Roll Baking Class at Park Lane Adult Activity Center. March 22nd, Greek at the Creek Basketball Tournament at Crane Creek Gym. March 25th, St. Patrick's Day Luncheon at Ballantyne Community Center. March 27th, Sweet Tooth Tasting at Park Lane Adult Activity Center. On the 28th, Tea Time Tea Party at Park Lane Adult Activity Center, March 29th, Pearls and Teacups at Blythewood Park. On the 30th, Polo's Pop-Up Shop at Polo Road Park. April 5th, Cottontail Festival at Meadow Lake Park. Also on the 5th, Spring Barbecue Cook-Off at Eastover Park. Also on the 5th, Bras and Bow Ties at Blythewood Park. On the 12th of April, 9th Annual Badminton Tournament at Trentham Park. Also on the 12th of April, Bunny Hop at the Creek at Crane Creek Gym. Also on the 12th of April, Polo's Easter Bash at Polo Road Park. And in conclusion, on the 12th, Serves Up Volleyball Clinic at St. Andrews Park. That concludes my report. There are no questions and concerns.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We're gonna have to fix that. Executive session. We do a motion for executive session? Doesn't say it. We do a motion for executive session, or did we just go into it?
Make a motion and you have to be specific, but you've got most of your.
Yeah, okay. All right, I need to get a motion from somebody to go into executive session for discussion of contractual matters related to purchase of Richland County Wellness Center and discussion of sale of property.
I make a motion to go in executive session for the discussion of the contractual matters related to the purchase of the Richland County Wellness Center and discussion of sale of property.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey, Commissioner Mobley. Motion approved.
All right, we're coming out of executive sessions and no. Okay, I make a motion to come out of executive session.
I make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley.
Yeah.
Motion approved.
All right, no action was taken in executive session. So I think that we have a action item to be brought up.
Yeah.
Nelson, I'm sorry. Esquire Weston, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my name is Nelson Weston, I'm from law firm of Richardson Cloud here in Columbia. I've been asked to look at two contracts that the Richland County Recreation Commission has entered into for the sale of property. One being on Brookfield and Turnbridge Road, and the other being on Reimer Pond Road. Both those contracts need to be, the board needs to approve both those contracts and approve the sale of the property for the price listed in the contracts, and also authorize the chairman and the executive director to execute the deeds and other closing documents. I'd like to make a motion approving the resolution of the Richland County Recreation Commission authorizing the sale of certain real estate located in Richland County, South Carolina, per the attorney's request.
A second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley.
No.
Motion approved.
All right. Well, with that said, I'd like to get a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley.
Yes.
Motion approved, meeting adjourned.